Broadcasting from somewhere in the Hollywood Hills.
You have arrived. We are Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast. We are dance all day, every day, all the time.
We're available on iTunes. You can check out our website at www.infinitedancecast.com. We're on Twitter at iDancecast. You can also find me at Nick Drago, and of course Desiree Robbins on Twitter at Desiree Robbins.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It's nice to see you today.
Nice to see you too. Did you change your hair?
No, I just did it.
It looks very vibrant. Looks very vibrant.
You know, sometimes you come and I just have it in a pony. Today, did the full blowout.
I like that you chose to go without the bump it today.
Yes. Oh, you noticed that.
Hey,
and actually, I do use it. Okay, people don't laugh at me, but sometimes I do use the actual bump it that's on TV.
Well, sometimes you have to do that. I mean, if you need that full, voluptuous hair bump.
You know, you want to look Dallas. It's what you do.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No. Not that there's anything wrong with it.
We love our listeners in Dallas.
Oh, love them. All in the South.
Yeah.
So we have a great show today.
On the show today, in studio, we have two of Hollywood's top dance agents, Lisa Coppola Lindholm and Terry Lindholm, here to talk about their brand new dance agency, hot off the press.
Yes.
Go To Talent. Their website is gototalentagency.com. That's go, the number 2.
Right.
Talentagency.com. It's the hot new thing.
I know. I'm so excited to talk to them because we haven't had, it happened so fast.
Bam.
That it just came up. It was like they're out of MSA and now here they're starting their own. So we don't know much about it yet.
Right.
So we're going to find out with the listeners what's going on.
Absolutely.
So it's pretty exciting.
We're going to give them the tough questions.
The tough ones.
Yeah, but as we've talked about before, change is good.
We're all about it.
Probably for all parties. So we're excited to get them in here to talk about their new ventures and all positive stuff.
Yeah.
All positive stuff here.
Definitely. And these are two people we've known a long time in the industry.
Absolutely.
So they've got lots of history. So we've got lots we can cover.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Look at our smiles, like ear to ear.
I know. We got to get a video camera in the studio.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
And then, of course, we'll be hitting our music picks of the week. And we finally have some listeners' music picks that we get to share as well. So it's exciting. And if you want to give us your favorite music picks, remember, you can always reach us on Twitter at iDancecast or at Nick Drago or at Desiree Robbins.
That's awesome. I'm going to hire somebody to do my Twitter account because it's so hard.
It is. Are you having a problem?
No. I'm just, you know, it's like learning to use the iPhone. You got to just practice. It's all about comfortability.
Trial and error.
Yeah.
Probably a lot more error than trial. Trial. There we go again.
That's Desiree's word of the week.
It is.
You have a new word every week. Amazing. That's right.
Like my amazing event, don't forget to check out Hollywood Dance Experience.
Well, that's going to be fun.
It is. It's July 20, 21, 22. It's in studio, so it's not at a convention center. It's in a studio. So we have mirrors and floor, and Nick will be teaching, of course, alongside Doug Caldwell, Liz Imperio, Greg Russell, Leo Moramune. It goes on and on.
And you have a manager coming to talk about the business.
Wade Robson's mother, Joy Robson, will be there. It is your manager.
Yeah.
That's right, because Nick is getting into acting. Yes. Do you think he can do it? Tweet me. At Desiree Robbins. Tweet me. Let me know what you think about Nick.
Yeah, she's going to be there to talk about all kinds of good stuff, the business, how to really present yourself at an audition. That's just some important stuff. Like, it's the inside scoop that you don't necessarily always get at a dance convention.
Well, yeah, you don't get it barely at all.
Yeah.
And she's going to be right hands-on with these dancers, and it's more acting for dancers. It's not like you have to be this amazing actress. You just, you're going to learn how to nail those auditions and what people are looking for.
Tell me about your trip.
My trip. I just got back last night.
From the trail.
From the Oregon Trail ends at the Dalles, which is Dalles, like Dallas, but they don't pronounce the E for some reason.
Well, sometimes you don't.
Absolutely. You know, that English language always keeping us on our toes. It was beautiful. We drove up from Portland Airport to the Dalles, which is right up. It's like hugging PCH. If you live in California, you know you're like right along the water. You're on the Columbia River, which is the second largest river in the U.S. I know, I have so much information. It was really a cool trip. It was gorgeous. This river, and then just being in the gorge with the mountains just to the side with the rock Incredible.
You know, it's awesome because a lot of times we go on these trips, we don't get to see anything. We talked about this before.
Yes.
And you finally got to, did you take some pictures?
Outside, well, yeah, not really. I did when I woke up in the morning because I arrived in the night.
In the night.
By the way,
Right.
huge waterfalls on the way.
Really?
Like you're like in Hawaii or something, or in Costa Rica. Just these waterfalls just that shoot down the side of the gorge. Okay, so get to the hotel. It's dark. You look out the window, nothing. You know, when you wake up in the morning and open those blinds, it's like a present.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the river and the mountains, and it was phenomenal. It really was, and the people were great.
It sounds like something directly out of a Folgers commercial.
It is, and I think I did go get a cup of coffee and sit and ponder. My life and my 25 hours of teaching that I was about to do that day.
Well, you got to get in, you got to get the job done.
That's right.
And you have no time to waste.
But I'll tell you what, next time I would stay longer, and because they have windsurfing. I mean, it's like almost number one in the nation for windsurfing up and down the gorge.
Let me ask you this: can we take a raft and float down the river?
Yes,
that'd be kind of fun.
And they probably tie they probably tailgate on the river. So you're probably familiar with tailgating. Isn't it something that you Texans do?
Yeah, before anything like football games.
Before anybody did
Easter.
Easter.
No, I'm just kidding. That was a joke.
With some eggs.
Easter egg.
And so they do that probably on the river. I mean, it's a beautiful part of the country. We're just blessed to be in this country with so much beauty.
God bless America. Seriously.
Right, I'm about to stand
God
up
bless America and
cross
Chuck
my
Norris.
heart and Chuck Norris.
Exactly. A lot of great Americans. Jack Bauer. We should do a podcast from a raft down the gorge. I'm
down. When?
Whenever.
Probably when it's not cold. Summer, it gets like 117 degrees there.
Degrees.
There I go, yes.
This is the opposite of hot.
Not that he has to always point it out to all of you that I make these mistakes. I cannot wait for him to make one.
Well, I do that just in case they miss it so they can rewind.
Oh.
If they need to.
Nice.
Our producer, Michael Benicos, he can replay it for me. He's going to put it on loop for me.
Yeah, I have a special in with him, and we'll see how that works out.
we'll see.
Hey-o, what up?
Hey-o.
Okay, last night.
Okay.
I landed at Burbank, which we love that airport because it's
quick,
right there.
Easy.
I could do my throw a rock, throw a quarter thing.
Yeah. Which
sometimes works, but hey. So we go by and have dinner at this little place called Ciao Christina, right across the street from Warner Brothers Studio.
Mm-hmm.
Great food. But what I wanted to tell you was they have this thing called Meatballs of Comedy, and it's all Italian comics.
Oh, that sounds great.
And yeah, I know you're there already. All I could think of was, this is so Nick. I mean, you should be there. And the jokes are they were very, very funny. But it's Meatballs of Comedy. I think it must be every Saturday night. Really small place, and then they have music and stuff like that. But man, it was pretty funny. Lots of mafia jokes,
Not that exists.
No, does it not?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, those eyes really gave it away. Speaking of, we got to eat our cannoli.
Oh, yeah. Well, Desiree and I like to go to, when we went to New York to teach.
Right. Little Italy.
We always go to Ferrara's. Ugh. The Italian pastry.
Here we go. We're talking about food again.
It's great. It's great. So anytime you get a chance to go out to New York, make sure you check that out.
It's in Little Italy. Ferrara's. Yeah, and you cannot miss, every restaurant there. First eat at a restaurant and then go there for dessert for the whole experience.
Yeah.
But we liked it so much, and I wanted to send Nick a really nice surprise. So for Christmas, I called him and I had them shipped to him, which was, like they were hermetically sealed and things like that.
In dry ice. I was like, what is this? Oh my gosh, it's cannoli cream.
I know. I thought he was just going to pipe it right into his mouth and not eat the shells, but we have yet to indulge in that.
That's the truth, man. It's good.
So what's your life here?
Well, I just got done doing Fresh Beat Band again.
Yeah.
It was the ballet tights one.
I thought about you a lot with that.
Well, yeah, it was awesome. We had Wayne Brady on. He was a super nice guy. He was awesome. And, we had a great time. So, but we're going to be dancing, continuing on, and might be doing a little Wizards of Weatherly Place next week, which is a Disney show I can't seem to get away from.
Hey, you're working, and that's good. I'm excited. We're coming back with Terry and Lisa from GoToTalentAgency.com, but GoToTalent Agency, new agent right in Hollywood.
That's right. You're listening to Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast. We'll be right back.
Flow 40 Dance Workshops is the nation's premier in-house dance experience. We come to you and offer dancers a personalized workshop in the comfort of their own studio. Build a customized schedule to best suit your student needs. Our faculty work in every facet of the entertainment industry. And now, for a limited time, Desiree Robbins is in the mix. Book her for your next workshop. We're available for booking year-round. Visit flow40dance.com or call 818-985-7005 for more information. Flow 40 Dance Workshops. Work hard, dance strong.
Hey, and welcome back. You are listening to Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
We are in the studio today with Lisa Coppola Lindholm and Terry Lindholm. They're here to talk about their brand new dance agency, Go To Talent. Check them out on the web at go2talentagency.com. That is talentagency.com. The winds of change are blowing here in the wild, wild west of Southern California, and we're excited to have you guys here. There's a new posse in town. Lisa and Terry, welcome to the show.
Hey.
Thank you. They're in studio. It's our first in-studio guest.
We can do that intro for you guys every morning when you wake up if you want to call in.
That'd be fantastic. Could it be
That would be great.
Alarm, my wake-up alarm.
Yes.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So
Would
you
that
guys are
get
here.
in
This is a big interview for us.
It is.
I'm sweating.
Well, Nick, you sweat a lot.
Maybe I
anyway.
need to slide over a little bit.
Maybe so.
It is a little tight in here.
Yeah, that would be closer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Emotionally.
Let's start
If you will.
I will.
Let's start from the beginning
Okay, oh, great.
of time.
I don't think we have that kind of time.
Oh, you're right.
So tell us a little bit about what you guys have going on. You're starting a brand new dance agency, and not just the dance agency. You're representing all kinds of talent. Tell us a little bit about that, and give us some plugs and how we can find you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. We were interested in starting something new, starting something from the beginning again, and wanting to represent different types of talent. Obviously, everybody that we're working with is going to start being a dancer first, and then we're going to represent some choreographers. And our philosophy had always been to start with dance and then see how we can move people as they grow in their career. It might be developing them into an assistant that might then again develop them into becoming a choreographer. Maybe moving and developing someone into a theatrical career that could potentially be maybe dance theme oriented, so that they get the chance to exercise their chops in a new way. Maybe it would be moving someone that was a choreographer into maybe directing a music video. So it's kind of going to develop as our talent develops.
It's kind of like how we always thought that like we wanted to take each individual and what they wanted to do and just grow with them, not let there be any restrictions or rules. Kind of just grow with them, whatever that is that they want to do.
Like a family.
Kind of like a family.
And it is what we've been missing. I mean, we've been missing development since we don't have as many scholarship programs when people move out to LA.
Yeah.
They don't, what do I do? What do I do? When they get out here. So this is something that they can actually come in with you guys and set goals.
Absolutely.
To work towards.
It kind of does cross over with, really what the description or job description of a manager would be.
Right.
We operate a little bit in that crossover space. It is difficult to find the time to do all of that, but it's something that we really feel is important for our clients.
And I love that.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
It is wonderful. So, so real quick, tell us where we can find you guys on the web. Where do people go? Where do they go on the web to find representation with you all?
And how do they find it?
How do we do it?
Because a lot of people will ask,
Yeah,
do you
absolutely.
submit? Do we audition? How do we get there?
Well, we just had our very first new client audition yesterday, which was amazing and wonderful. We had a lot of wonderful support. One of our choreographers that we're working with is Shabadoo, and he came down there and
Fun.
was around. That was really fun.
He did a solo.
and-
Seriously?
Yeah.
So it was
yeah.
a party, too.
Yeah, it was great. And then we had a friend of ours who's a very big casting director in Los Angeles. Her name is Twinkie Bird. She came down. The dance community might best know her as having casted the film Stomp the Yard.
Okay.
She's done a lot of videos and stuff like that,
yeah,
but is
she's-
now crossing over into television and some more film if possible. So.
Yeah, so she's wonderful. So we had a big crowd of folks there yesterday. It was really great, and great for the dancers that came out. And we think we found some nice talent that we hadn't seen before. So that was really, really wonderful.
That's great.
When you see new folks,
Yes.
that's really great. And the way people are finding out about us is we're going to have 2 open new agency auditions a year, and they can look for that on our website at go2talentagency.com, and it's
Right.
go the number 2, like Nick described, talentagency.com. And then people can also submit on a regular basis. We have an email address that you'll you'll find on the website under our submit page. It's new talent at go-to-talentagency.com, which is a way they can do that. They can connect links to it and, you know, all kinds of stuff so that we can get to see their skills.
If they can't attend an audition, then that way we can see them.
Right.
Well.
I actually went to your site, and it's very easy to find all that information.
We like user-friendly here.
Well, yeah, and I like to check it out and make sure it is, because you know, I have a lot of people that I meet all across the world that are looking for this stuff, and when it's easy, I can just say, go there.
Absolutely.
And find that link.
So, Lisa, tell me, is it important to have a dance reel?
Yeah. Yes and no.
Ooh, tough
Take
question.
a minute. Yeah. We told you we were going to ask them the burning question.
we
Yes
did.
and no. I mean, it's important to have links, and those can be important, but I wouldn't spend a lot of money on a full reel.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it would be easy if you can't attend an audition, or again, for our purpose of seeing what you can do because you can't be in front of us in person. Mm-hmm. I think it's important to have something, but I wouldn't spend a lot of money on it. Honestly, people are going to spend 30 seconds, if not less, to watch it. So
it's really just mostly for skill set, I think, is really what's important. Remember, it's about you, not about how great of an editor you are.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know? Good to know.
Yeah,
Really
especially
smart.
with it being easy today. You know, everyone can edit a little bit on their home computer. So
right.
It's really not about how great and how effective the video is. It's really about your skill set, because that's what the choreographer's looking for.
And for an agent, as a dancer, I mean, if someone, again, can't attend an audition, then that might come into play if I want to put them, you know, in front for the project. Then it might be easy to go, oh, well, here's what they do. They can't be there. And possibly it could turn into a job. It just, you know, it's just something to have. It's another tool, like having your headshots or your resume.
Okay, tell us a little bit about the importance of communication. What do you look for? What are the characteristics you look for in a dancer?
Or somebody you want to represent.
You go first.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you guys think about that? We're going to go to a quick break.
Terrific.
We'll give you a little moment to let that marinate.
Terrific.
Because marination is important in cooking and in life.
Yes.
Wonderful.
So
Absolutely.
we're in the studio with Terry and Lisa. They're going to stick around for one more. Can you guys stick around?
Yeah.
Of course you can. We took your car keys. And they're with Go-To Talent Agency. That's go2talentagency.com. They're the hot new agency in town. Please stick around. Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast. We'll see you soon.
As dance teachers, we spend countless hours editing music. Save time with professional audio engineers. Professional music edits for competition start as low as $49. Clean cuts at affordable rates. Give your dancers a leg up on the competition. Email them for a quote. Visit dezworld.com. That's DEZ world.com for more details.
Hey, this is Ray Barcino with iHollywood Dance, and you're listening to Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
Hey, we're back with Terry and Lisa from go2talentagency.com. They are the new hot agency here in Los Angeles. We're so excited to have them in studio with us today. How you guys doing?
Great.
Hanging in
great.
there?
Good.
We're
Good.
here.
Hanging in.
All right, let's get back to that question we've been marinating over our break.
Marinating.
And what do we look for in somebody we represent?
Obviously, first of all, Nick was asking about communication. Communication is the absolute number one quality that you would need for anything that you do. What we like to do is we like to have people, emailing constantly with us back and forth to make sure that, if they've heard about an audition or they have a question about an audition or, just anything in general that's going to help them, succeed, we want to hear about it. And if they've made a new relationship with a new choreographer or they bumped into an assistant choreographer and someone said, oh yeah, I'm interested in working with you, get that information to your agent right away so that they can, store that. And when the situation comes up where that person's looking for something, they can put the pieces together right away. So to me, it's the number one, crucial element. And then on the flip side of that is when there's a negative problem, to know about it before it is something that you just are obsessed about.
Right.
It's better to know about it because then you might be able to solve the problem before it really is a problem.
Right.
So we like that ahead of time. Even though it might be uncomfortable, we'd like to know about things right away so we can solve them.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lisa.
It's important for you to be able to speak correctly about somebody's skills, who they know, who they don't know. I mean, all of those factor into why you get a job or we're able to create that success. So without that, that's where there is a disconnect. You don't know. Somebody's not going to auditions. I don't know why, unless it's being communicated.
Right,
You know what I mean? So I feel like it's the key element, and it's the thing that makes everybody thrive.
That's right. And on the flip side of that, as a dancer, you want to have agents that believe in you and that also know you. I think that's extremely important.
Sure.
Like I'm not going to get sent out on, Lil Wayne's music video necessarily, but I...
Unless they're looking for the Italian Guido of the group.
Whoa, I'm a Guido now? We're going to have words after this. But you know what I'm saying? So it's important to know that, this is my comfortability. This is my zone of comfortability, if you will. A nice, warm, fluffy blanket of comfortability. And that I'm going to be supported in that by my agent. So I think that's important also for dancers to know that just because this agent works for me doesn't mean it's going to work for my friend.
Absolutely.
And that's where the creating the relationship comes from. And I think that's where you guys do a really good job of doing and communicating that to the dancers as well.
Yeah, it's not necessarily just about what's popular. It's about what works and what combination works. Every agent is not going to be a mix.
Right.
So that's super crucial.
Well, and I actually believe that everybody can have a niche at this career, but I feel like you have to get to know someone and kind of discover that path together. It's never going to be the same. This person isn't the same as the next person, so we have to figure it out. And it's trial by error, and we have to do it together in order to get there.
Yeah, if it was a one-size-fits-all, we'd all be really rich.
Yeah.
It's going to be too easy.
Exactly.
Oh, too easy.
I think the other thing that I wanted to add to that is we were talking about what things do you look for. And for us, what we're looking for in new clients is some kind of spark and energy, just something that is, people call it the X factor or whatever. But for us, it's just it's an energy. It's a spark. It's something that the camera is going to be able to find in you that is different from the person standing next to you. And we think that's super important and what we're out there scouring the world for.
Awesome. I love it.
Now, here's the thing. You guys aren't just any slouches that decided you wanted to be agents.
I know. This is what I want to get into, and I want our audience to know about where they came from.
Yeah, it's important to know that because if you're going to have a dance agent, I like them to be former dancers.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
You hope.
I don't want a car mechanic doing brain surgery. You don't. You want somebody.
Definitely not that.
Exactly. So tell us a little bit about your background.
For me personally, I grew up in Chicago. My mom and dad had a dance studio. That's how I got into it. And, my career took off from there. I went to Performing Arts High School in Chicago.
And we used to assist together.
Yes, and Des and I used to assist together.
I had to bring it up. I was so excited.
Yes. And then...
I know people.
And then I came out here because Al Gilbert was one of my mentors. Joe Tremaine was one of my mentors. And I was on scholarship at Tremaine's. And started teaching on convention right away after I moved here, and that started my career. My performing career didn't take off for a little bit after I was here. It took me about a year or so to
But then it went wild.
Yeah,
you worked.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
it does
so
take,
modest.
Well,
Kills me.
I know. Jeez.
Well, it takes people a different amount of time. Me, it took a year. Some people, Nick, you audition the first job and you're
booked a job.
booked a job.
And now we don't talk to him. Well, apparently we do because he's here right now.
You're done.
I'll see you later.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing.
No. Terry had an amazing dance career. You worked with a lot of great names, and
I worked with a lot of wonderful choreographers, and when I look back my resume, I think this is how I judge my success. Is not how much money I made, but that I was able to work with people that I was interested in working with,
right.
and that we had a successful relationship together, and I was able to work with them several times, so because we did have a bond that was nice, Jerry Evans, Debbie Allen, I worked with Otis Salid on the Oscars, people like that, Marguerite Derricks I worked with a lot,
well, because
like
he was an awesome technician and performer.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna brag for you.
I actually saw you dance for Reba.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal job.
That was a great show.
That was a great show.
And I used to teach Nick since he was 10 years old.
That's right.
That was only 2 years ago, so don't worry.
I know, exactly. Well, and Terry, you were one of the people, the teachers that came in, and this is important to note because I feel like there's a lack of this in the studio these days, is creating a character. That's what I learned from you, is how to create a character and direct your motivation as that character to further the storyline. And I think that's something important to remember and to let all these kids know out here these days, like if you're in the Midwest or wherever you are, you have to be able to come through on stage because when you get on camera, you need to be able to, portray something.
Well, otherwise it's just steps, and anybody can do that.
Okay, Lisa,
Yes.
Let's do you, because I want to hear some more about where you came from, which was a little bit the opposite side of town. Terry was at Tremaine on scholarship, and you were?
I was at Edge Performing Arts Center. I came from Detroit, Michigan, moved out here when I was 18, and got on scholarship, did the scholarship program there, and pursued a career as a dancer.
But Rhonda Miller kind of took you under her
Rhonda
wing.
Miller was kind of my mentor and kind of looked after me. I lived with her for a minute just to get my bearings set. And then,
We love Rhonda Miller.
Yay!
and and then started to go after a career as a dancer. And after that kind of was starting to change for me. Your parents are always like, what are you going to do after you stop dancing? And I kind of had done what I wanted to do. Yeah, I did what I wanted to do here, and it was like, I'm not sure what's next. And so because I had a relationship with the Edge Performing Arts Center, I managed their studio for a minute.
Wow.
And then from there, fell into kind of the agent thing, which I worked at a couple other agencies and kind of got my feet wet and learned what I like, what I didn't like. Nick and I had the pleasure of working together.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And, I was, I guess, concerned initially when I became an agent because I wasn't sure if I was done performing.
Right.
And initially, the first job someone booked, and they went on their first audition and booked the job, which was Nick.
Nick Drago.
Wow, isn't that crazy?
That's exciting.
It was exciting. And I remember us having dialogue and me going, God, like, that's really exciting. And I was equally as excited as he was. And it was kind of like, oh, this is kind of a right fit.
This is going to
a good
work
job.
for me.
And I remember when you called me, you said you booked it. And I was like, what? And she seemed genuinely excited for me. I said, either she's a great actress or she's got a really strong character. She was brought up right.
And Nick, you are so excited. Your face is red.
I know. I'm still excited. I'm just nervous still from the intro that we did.
Well, he might be more worried that I have some old videotapes of him dancing when he was young.
And we might put that up on the web. Oh my gosh, I need to get it, Terry.
Well, you better be careful, Mr. Lindholm, because I do have a picture of you in red tights. I went to visit your parents' studio.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So, yeah, absolutely. Awesome.
But Lisa, the agent seems to fit you very well.
Thank you.
I mean, I
that.
hear so many positive things about how you handle your clients
Thank
and you take them and develop them. Which a lot of agents don't do.
Even though you guys grew up, quote unquote, on opposite sides of the town, it was kind of like the Jets versus the Sharks. you can still get along with one another, and it's like we
all work in the end together anyway. I mean, life changes, and we all end up changing and working together. So you never want to have those. There's not enemies.
And like we always say, change is good.
Change is always good.
Change is good
for all
Everybody
parties.
has to evolve and grow and change, and as we get older, we want to accomplish different things and keep moving forward, and that's the journey of that's what makes a career.
Right.
Any parting thoughts for us?
Future plans? What? Anything?
What can we look forward to?
Well, I'm hoping that we're going to have a successful, first year of agency business. There's a lot of great work out there, and if people are looking, we're looking for you. So
Awesome.
That's right. And you can check them out online at go2talentagency.com. That's go2talentagency.com. And you said for new talent, you're going to want to email newtalent@go2talentagency.com. Woo, baby. We have a lot of plugs on this show. But we want to thank you guys very much for being here.
oh, thanks for having
you
us.
for
We
coming.
really appreciate it.
That's
And
Terry,
keep in touch.
Absolutely.
Anything?
Terry Lindholm and Lisa Coppola Lindholm here from Talent to Go Agency. And we want to thank you guys.
Yay, thank you for doing this. We appreciate it.
So best of luck. Stick around. Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
We'll be right back.
Flow 40 Dance Workshops is the nation's premier in-house dance experience. We come to you and offer dancers a personalized workshop in the comfort of their own studio. Build a customized schedule to best suit your student needs. Our faculty work in every facet of the entertainment industry. And now, for a limited time, Desiree Robbins is in the mix. Book her for your next workshop. We're available for booking year-round. Visit flow40dance.com or call 818-985-7005 for more information. Flow 40 Dance Workshops. Work hard, dance strong.
Welcome back to Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast. I'm Nick. That's
I'm
Desiree.
Desiree.
Yeah, that's right. Good thing we can remember our names. Don't forget we're available on iTunes. You can download any of the past episodes that you want and listen to them over and over and over and over
And
again.
don't forget, you can listen to them again.
And again.
And again. And you can visit our website at infinitedancecast.com. Follow us on Twitter at iDancecast or at Nick Drago or at Desiree Robbins.
Awesome interview today.
Love Terry and Lisa. Aren't they great?
Love 'em.
I know.
Yeah, no, awesome people. They got it together.
They have it together. Probably some of the best Asians here in the country.
You know what? You really, as a dancer, want to connect with someone as a dancer because ideally you're taking your career and saying, please take care of this.
Right.
And she's someone that I would trust with my career.
Oh, absolutely.
And Terry as well.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Definitely. I think they're going to really blow up.
I hope so.
In a good way.
In a good way.
In a really good way.
In a good way. So awesome. Well, we look forward to more interviews like that coming up soon. And tweet us. Who do you want to see? We know everybody.
Yeah. So I think we're at Music Picks, and I want to give you. I have 2 listeners that have actually given me 2 music picks. So yes, I got some tweets this week. I felt really important. We are going to start with. Song is "Live It Up." The group is Group 1 Crew, and that's the number 1, and it's on the album Outta Space Love, and that's OUTTA Space Love. Number 2 music pick is New York to LA, that's the number 2. Oh, people can't spell anymore. NY to LA by Press Play on. The album is entitled the same name as the song, New York to LA. And then my only pick, because I'm going to do one, thank you to my listeners, our listeners, you must buy the album Party Groove Fireball Volume 2. Artist is Ralphie Rosario, and the song is Burnin' Up. The artist is Rosabelle. Awesome song.
You didn't have to do any work this week because people tweeted you. What does that say about my tweeting friends?
Well, they better get on it.
Where do you even find your music?
I Soundhound. So make sure, this is something that's so awesome. Get Soundhound. Shazam I liked for a while, but it wasn't working as good as Soundhound. And Soundhound, you can actually type in lyrics if you don't have the music playing. So it's awesome, and it keeps it in history, and you could click and buy it right on iTunes right there. The other thing that's new, a new app that everybody must have, because I've been talking about it for years, is Tempo Magic. That will cost you $4.99, but it speeds up and slows down music.
Well, check it out. Over to me.
Over to you.
Song number 1 pick for me, Two Flies by Benjamin Bates.
I laugh every time with yours.
2 flies in my eyes. Don't know if you can take it. Number 2, Fun for Me. That's by Moloko. Moloko. They are so awesome, man.
Oh my gosh.
If you're looking for a weird song or weird group to listen to, that's them.
Well, she did Pleasure Seeker, which is another favorite of mine.
Did she?
Yes.
I'll have to check that out.
Sorry. Yeah.
You should have saved that for next week. Hope you get some tweets. Number 3 is...
Hope you do.
Hey Man, Nice Shot by Filter, Filter. This is a song introduced to me by a good friend of mine, Keith Clifton.
Really?
Yeah, back in the day we were doing
I miss him.
Headbanging. We should get him on the show.
Yeah, definitely. Y'all want to hear from him?
I gotta tell you, I can't believe the stuff we got going on right now.
I know.
This is crazy.
It's very exciting.
Just the music in the background makes me excited.
I want to start dancing.
Oh, you always do.
He kicked ball change.
It doesn't matter where we are. We're always going to be dancing.
That's right.
You know, you can take the dancer out of the studio, but you can't take the studio out of the dancer. See, I don't think that made any sense.
No,
but
I
with it.
saw where you were going. I think you just need to reverse them.
Well, that's it. You can take the jazz shoe off the dancer, and then you fill in the
How's
blank.
your dégagé, by the way?
It's great.
It was only about 30 last week.
We got up to 40 degrees.
Yes.
I had a stretch class.
Good, but you know what? My hammies are tight from my workout.
Moon's over my hammy. I want to go get some Denny's. All right, guys, we want to thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you.
Send a special thank you to our producers, Michael Baklava Banikos and Dave Leg Lariat Lagana. Check our buddy Dave out on iwantwrestling.com.
Hey, thanks for joining us at Desiree and Nick's. Oh, I put my name first.
That's okay.
Hey, Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
You better know your role.
I do. Trust me.
Make sure you guys join us each and every week. Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast. Check us out online at infinitedancecast.com.
And follow us on Twitter at iDanceCast. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
See ya!